Okay, I will.
So in company contestant, there's a bag containing 2 500 round and we're going to give you a minute. We'll tell you when. We'll tell you when you can have your minute to observe the pump and remove the seal.
So my mom is
Without opening the boxes.
my mom.
Make sure you mention that. What table number is she?
Somewhere in the back.
Okay. Her mum is competing somewhere in the back. Oh, what's her name? From
From Maya. Steel ball.
What is it?
Frauen Connect.
Semi-finals.
That's a German name.
Esas semifinales que vamos a tener la oportunidad de vivir mañana por la tarde, pero de momento todavía estamos buscando todas esas personas que se van a clasificar en estas rondas individuales. Todavía viviremos una más esta tarde y 3 más a lo largo de la mañana de mañana miércoles.
And so here we are, the first 3 rounds tonight. We'll have a third round afterwards. And you're the second round, the second 85 people who will be going through to tomorrow's semi-final.
Claro, hace mucho que yo no hago esta pregunta, porque todavía nos quedan unos segundos hasta que lleguemos a ese minuto, pero normalmente desde este escenario nos gusta preguntar, ¿estáis preparadas y preparados?
So are you ready to open your bags? Are you ready to start this year's competition?
Are you ready?
Okay, well you can see we've got the countdown there. So we've got in 30 seconds time, you'll be able to open the bags and remove the puzzles. Not start puzzling, but you may remove the seals and start thinking about which puzzle you're going to do.
Quedan todavía unos poquitos segundos. Ya sabéis que tendréis ese minuto y que nadie, a pesar de que tengáis el puzzle abierto, nadie puede tocarlo hasta que se inicie la cuenta atrás y el cronómetro.
Exactly, so no one actually start usually opening the pieces until we say so. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you may open the bag.
Vamos eligiendo rápidamente.
Start
World
choosing.
Jigsaw Puzzle Championships
Abriendo el
2025
puzzle.
Round B.
No
Momentos de
puzzling
There's
emoción.
a lot of excitement
No
going on all at
puzzling
the same
yet.
time. The puzzlers in this
Y cuando
round,
queden
they're
10
picking from
segundos,
2
Charlie,
different
en
puzzles,
nuestro
and they're
contador.
given a
I think
whole
you've got
minute to
43,
study and cut the
42
tabs off of the
seconds
box.
until
We'll talk a little bit
we
more
start
about
the
that
Nadie toca el
later.
puzzle
But in
todavía,
this round,
no lo
we have
podéis
2 different
abrir.
puzzles. One is the circles of color, and the other is a London
judges can
postcard,
help
one of
you
the
if you're having
fastest,
trouble.
most run speed puzzles.
Esperamos que
New
esa
York
decisión sea
Oh, New York
fácil
postcard, sorry. I'm
y
Jim
que
Eakins,
marque
and
un
I'm
buen
here with
camino, una
Michelle
buena
Pastor.
competición para todas
And
las
with us
personas
today
que
we
estáis
have
aquí en la
Rosa
sala.
Frauen Connect from
Parece que ya
Finland.
hay un solo puzzle encima de la mesa.
I think this
Nos
is going to
quedan
be a
unos
really
poquitos
fast
segundos,
round.
Charlie.
I
Son momentos también de
15
emoción.
seconds to go, and we'll give you a countdown in 12, 11,
Y ahora
10,
sí, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. ¡Adelante!
Puzzle
And we
away!
are
Good luck
off.
to you
I think this is
all!
going to be probably one of the fastest puzzle rounds we've ever seen in a Worlds competition because this is one of these is so well known. Michelle, tell us a little bit about the options here.
So we have a circular puzzle. This one is called Candy. And Rosa?
This is New York postcard, and I think pretty much everyone is going to choose the postcard.
I would assume so. And that was actually used 2 years ago at the World Championships, also in a preliminary round. So that's why when they come out of the bag, there was quite a big of an audible surprise and excitement rolled into one, I believe.
Yeah, there might be some people that might that would pick the circle to like flex, or maybe that's one they've done a whole heck of a lot. But the New York postcards is one of those like twinkle twinkle little stars of speed puzzling right now, where almost everybody has done it or seen it or watched other people do it. We're coming up on the 37-second mark here, and for a puzzle like this, the top puzzlers are going to get the complete flip and initial pulls for whatever targets they're going to get done in about 30 seconds, or sorry, in about 3 minutes. I am off by a factor of 10 today. But this is going to be really exciting. I'm curious to see how many of these puzzlers that have done this so many times may try a different tactic. Are they going to go border? Are they going to try to go for specific targets like those different buildings or those different shades of red that are inside of there? This is really exciting.
Have you done this one, Rosa?
I have many times, yeah. So I think like almost everyone else, because I think this has also been in some speed runs as a speed run puzzle, and then of course people might do it even 20 times in a row. So
I mean, and considering the caliber of people we have in this round, we have at table number 1 Victor, who we know can do a London postcard in about 20 minutes. Even if you have not done the London postcard, the construction of the image, of the graphics, is very similar. So I have not done New York postcard myself, but it's very similar in design, in colors, in the way the image is assembled. So even if you've done the Paris postcard, it has a very similar flow.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. For those of you in the chat, the Wi-Fi is really spotty in the dome. So if you can get onto My Speed Puzzling and check out what some of the fastest times are on the New York postcards, I have a feeling we might be getting really close to the sun on this one. I will say it is hot in the dome because it's not their home setup. This is around a whole bunch of the best puzzlers in the world in the heat with cameras and judges and distractions galore.
Especially I'm from Finland where it's cold, so the heat really messes up with your brain if you're not used to these conditions.
Oh yeah, you can see the split screen here, a few different tactics. One person is doing almost a full sort early on. When you know these puzzles really well, an early sort can save you time in the late game because you can zipper those pieces together. A sort is a high risk, high reward tactic because if you're not really accurate with it, you're making extra touches on the pieces that can cost you time down the line. But I think this is going to be a really good blitz of a speed puzzle here. We're just across the 3-minute line. I could see from here that some of the top tables, some of the tables in the first row have already completed their flip and are working on assembly. We could see Lilia 161 here just about finishing up, and a couple of people really close here. Sometimes a slower flip is because you get a few extra pieces that are face down. There's a little bit of randomness here that can eat up some time. Oh wow.
Yeah, so there's different ways to approach this puzzle. Border first is an easy one because the border has so many different sections and patterns. Some parts there are flowers, you have green dots on one, so it is a really good start for someone who likes borders. You can also do it in chunks. Some people like to do like the big flower petal in the left. You also have the Statue of Liberty in the middle.
I think pretty common thing is kind of start with the edges and build towards the middle area because that's the most difficult one. Not so much color variation, it's pretty light, and also the Statue of Liberty is pretty similar when you see the pieces, how they look like. So I'm expecting that people will build towards the middle and leave the statue last.
Yeah, that's a pretty common tactic here. That lower right-hand corner that also has that flower in it, that's a fantastic target early on because you can knock those out. You can see table 160, they've done those green dots and just pulled them. They have everything flipped, and they're pulling individual targets rather than doing a sort early on, which is just a phenomenal. We're going to see so many people take different tactics here. Trying to get this one knocked out. Those of you in the chat, we are aware of the audio issues, and it's kind of flickering in and out. We're working on that. We have the team of engineers checking in on it as we speak right now.
Yeah, so I will be very surprised if we see anyone doing the Circle of Colors puzzle. This one is Candy. The border is completely the same, so it's really not one to go with border first. And as I was saying in the previous round, when you have Circle of Colors, you have ones with color wedges that go around the image, like the desserts, or you have ones that go in rings from the center towards the outer, and Candy is one that goes in rings. However, I do believe for the people who've done this one, it is more on the easier side. There are definitely harder ones like the pizza, but we'll see. Oh, I see a Circle of Colors on the screen right now.
We have our first person to break with tradition. I think that's Margrit Sikora from Germany, giving that Circles of Color a go. And maybe they've done this one. You can see that they've started out on building that center and are going to branch out a little bit. Those center pieces on the Circles of Colors are really distinct shapes. So the first 3 rows or so from that middle, you can grab and start out with that pretty quickly and get going. But I think the majority of our competitors are going with the New York postcard here. We're trying to get a look. You can see some more sorting going on. I took a quick look at Victor's table because we could see that from here, and he is almost completely done with the border here at the 6-minute and 12-second mark.
And also with the upper right corner, he has that.
Oh yeah.
As well. So.
Yeah, and that adds up real quick. A lot of times, whenever you're puzzling, if you can see a couple pieces that are going together as you're making a trip, go on ahead and do it. Just try not to get so distracted that you end up one piecing at a time in it. A lot of times working in groups is the fastest way to get these done. So if you can get a distinct color of red or a distinct color, maybe that bird or that stamp that's in the left-hand side, that can go a long way pretty quickly in making sure that you wrap this one up.
Yeah, so we're seeing some of the assembly starting here. Laura, one of the top puzzlers from Spain, is going for the border. and using those different patterned sections to connect all around there. And I'm sure she has done this puzzle before.
And if not, this is still a very fast puzzler for folks who are on the speed puzzling circuit. This is a known quantity in there. We see people cheering each other on.
At table 118, that's Stefan. He's enjoying his music, just singing along, and looks like he's having a great time.
I love that when someone is dancing, kind of really you can see they enjoy what they're doing, and I think that's the best part in these sports.
Yeah, you can see him
Yeah.
singing along, just ignoring whatever's around him.
Yeah, he's in a good mood.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think for Group B, this is kind of a relief, because in Group A you had no idea what the situation was going to be, and I think everybody is kind of keyed into going forward. It's probably going to be a circle and some sort of rectangular puzzle. In this case, the choice was really obvious for a lot of folks, and so that stress of which one am I going to pick melts away pretty rapidly for people.
That's right.
We're coming up on 8 minutes, and we can see that table 3 here, so, I know you just said, Sophie from Denmark has almost that border locked away and a few other chunks. And we can see from this wide shot just the insane amount of progress that puzzles have already been making. You can see that several of them have the border almost complete. When you see these 500-piece rectangular puzzles, people in chat, say it with me, the outer edge, the border, has 86 pieces. So that's going to be about 17% of the puzzle wrapped up as soon as you see that built together.
That's right, and the fastest ones, they have full flip and the edge, it's like 6-7 minutes, so kind of already we have moved past that phase.
Because if you can do a 100-piece puzzle in about 5 minutes, how about we hold the two puzzles up real quick to show folks what we're looking at. So the circle of colors here, very rarely picked, and the most popular choice by far is that New York postcards.
I think one thing why people don't want to choose the circle of color puzzle is that there is quite limited space to assemble, and it has a little bit larger pieces, and that might be a little bit of a struggle. And also here the yellow and orange area the color is really similar throughout the whole area, so you really have to be great with textures and kind of seeing the shapes of the items. So this would have been really difficult for me, because I go by the color.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that being tricky if you're not super familiar with it right away.
Yeah, here we can see.
Yeah,
really well.
and that's a beautiful puzzle. Like the edge is difficult because of the duplication all the way around, but once you're in it, the texture of a lot of those yellows makes life pretty straightforward, and that could be pretty quick. Those folks in the chat. They're mentioning that they might be stressed knowing so many other people have done this on a rerun, and I know that was one of the controversial concerns going into the prelims this year, because these are previously released puzzles. You might be going up against people that have done the puzzles, 5, 10, 20 times just for funsies, and you've only done it maybe once if you're lucky. So that can be an extra layer of stress on folks.
Yeah, and that also affects the results. At least last year that was the case, that then only in the semifinals you can actually see when everyone is doing the same puzzle and it's new for everyone, you can see the differences more kind of realistically.
Yeah, but compared to the last round, this is quite a different choice, because it's the choice falls very heavily onto one side, whereas the last round it was kind of even. Split throughout the participant list, but here we're seeing it very heavy. We've seen one with the circular puzzle so far. At this point, just one, but we'll see more tables soon.
Yeah, we'll see who takes the path less traveled, and I hope that they have success. I want them to prove everyone wrong that circle one is faster. Maybe they've practiced it a whole bunch and that's their home puzzle, and they can hit a solid 35, 37 on it. I want that to happen and to show everybody off a little bit. But this is going to be some blazing times. If you're in the chat, what do you think the first place finishing time is for both puzzles? Not just the New York postcards, but also the Circle of Colors candies. What do you think those first times are going to be? Michelle, Rosa, what are your estimates?
Well, for the postcard, I think it will be 20 something for sure. Like
Well, and there's Victor right now. You can already see his full border. He is encroached on the white area on the right-hand side. He's starting to work on those greens. He is well over halfway done with that puzzle already, and we're at the 12-minute mark. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here someone is doing the circle puzzle. I think for that maybe it's more towards 35 to 40, the fastest times in that range, I assume.
I think Victor's going to do it around 20 minutes. I've seen him do the London postcard, so not in a time lapse, but like in proper real time on his YouTube channel, and he did that. It was somewhere between 20 and 22 minutes. I know also at the 24-hour marathon, they had these random puzzle competitions in the middle of the night. He also did one of the postcards, did an amazing time on it, so I'm thinking he's going to be pushing close to 20.
Imagine if we would get sub 20 here. That would be mind-blowing.
Well, last year was amazing. The fastest time was 26 minutes with Kati and Kristen. Maybe we're going to get under. I think we could really get under that with a puzzle like this.
Yes,
yeah,
for sure.
I think it's going to come down to how locked in those top tables can be, and if some of the distractions and even just the heat. We were saying that this is heat B. I think heat is the correct word. There are people fanning each other all along the outside. You can see several competitors. They have fans that they're hanging off of their necks, aimed at them, trying to stay cool. That's going to be a huge component because not being able to think straight is
Here is my mom. She's competing 162.
Hi, Rosa's mom.
Yeah.
Maya.
She has the border already. Wow.
And that's really, really good to be able to have that border built up in 13 minutes. I'm starting to think that Victor might be one of those speed puzzlers like Teresa and some of the others that are just developed and built in a Ravensburger puzzle factory. Just off the conveyor belt to just chew through puzzles as quickly as possible.
Well, Victor is the type of person who has a high cardboard diet. He has puzzles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, he gets through, if you watch his Instagram, he gets through 3 or 4 puzzles a day, pretty much every day. He is one of the most dedicated in his training, and if you just take a glance at his Instagram or YouTube, you'll see how much work he puts in. And as you say, Rosa, we are seeing people working from the outside of the image towards the center. We saw that the hole is advancing towards the middle on Victor, and also Sophie here has done a lot of the frame. She's really building off the frame with all the colorful sections, all those paint swatches that are splashed over the puzzle. If you haven't seen these types of images before, it's actually a black and white city image and then overlaid with multiple patterns and textures. So it is black and white in the middle with a lot. Yeah, you'll see people poking around at the very end, just filling in those white gaps.
Yeah. And I really like this runoff that we have here between Sophie on the left and Natalia. So you can see Sophie on the left and Natalia on the right in that lower right-hand corner, the tables 3 and 4 there. They are doing phenomenal jobs. You could also see where there's a little bit of, they have such fast fingers, but there's also this feel of, oh my gosh, this is so fast. You can see them sort of stutter stepping their hands a little bit, kind of picking a piece up, rotating it, dropping it, picking it up again in order to lock it in place. I think just knowing that this is a fast one is a huge component in how people are going to do.
Yes, and here you can also see it's going to be a really tight situation. Who will finish first? They are like pretty much in the same situation at the moment, so it comes down to seconds or even.
We're getting ready to cross the 16-minute mark, and you can see at table 106 there was Suzanne, and at 158 we have Clara from France, and they are doing a really fantastic job here. But I think these top tables are just going to put on a clinic for just pure raw rerun speed, and we're going to see some wild stuff. I hope that the judges have their running shoes on and the camera crew, because they are going to be bouncing from table to table trying to keep up with everybody.
Yeah, it looks like we have a tripod permanently set up over Victor's table. I don't think they're going anywhere, but the rest of the camera crew will be bouncing around the room. And talking about bouncing, here's number 86 from Australia, Austria, bopping to the beat. That is Birgit. She's having a great time and using a blackboard. That's a really great way to separate the borders from the rest of the image.
Oh wow, yeah. I've not thought about using the black side for the shape part of it. That's really clever. Andrea Pang in the chat mentions that during the prelim 2 years ago, the top time there was 30:38 by Teresa, and Kelly Walter were 2 and 3 in 38-minute range. The puzzles weren't available for most people ahead of time, so to be able to hit 30 on a first look, you know that a lot of puzzlers are aiming to get in that sub-30 range, knowing how fast this thing can be.
Yeah, I believe we will have some personal bests here in competition setup. So.
Oh man, how amazing would it be to come to a world championship competition and hit a personal best right on the table in your first round? That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Exactly.
We can see Sophie from Denmark and Natalia going about neck and neck here. They're going piece for piece. I think Natalia might be slightly ahead with some of that blue stamp that's built in, but that's a relatively easy chunk. So if Sophie can grab that, she's going to be able to catch up pretty quick on that aspect. But there's a lot of bouncing around. It's also kind of awkward because you see that they both have their puzzles right next to the dividing line. Usually puzzlers will stay justified to the left or to the right pretty consistently, but whenever you put the puzzle build field right next to each other, you're less likely to get pieces sliding into the other competitor's field.
Yeah, and last year Sophie was in the round with Paris Postcard and did place really highly with that. If I remember correctly, she came fourth, so I'm sure her eyes just lit up when she saw this one come out of the bag and know that she's just going to just put on the accelerator for the next 30 minutes or less.
Check out this progress on that Circle of Colors candies. That is so many layers out. She's almost towards the green and then into the orange. She's pulled the edge out to the outside, so that way once she's at the point, she can just conveyor belt build it in. We don't have the table number, but that she is doing absolutely amazing. I think she has a shot at beating some of the other folks that are doing that are doing the New York postcard right now.
I think so too, and it even matches her dress. She's the assembly area is kind of radiating out in a star shape, which matches the radiations on her dress. So yeah, it looks like a really fun puzzle there, and she is just going madly for it, just going kind of like typewriter style, one ring at a time, just working around the puzzle.
Yeah, you can see the puzzles, the pieces got a little stuck to her arm there, and that's going to be a problem for everybody. It is so hot right now that you get sweat all over your arms, and if that touches any of the pieces, you're going to get stuck and looking for the pieces that are attached to you. It's really wild, and everybody is dealing with that condition right now. It's not easy to handle. We're at the 19-minute and 30-second line, and these puzzlers are just flying all over the place. There's the crowd along the outside is excited, and a hush kind of fell over seeing how close Victor is to being able to hit his record. I'm not sure what it is. I think he might have a 23 right now. 23 minutes? Thank you. Yeah, he's at 23 minutes. I think he's going to be able to smash that no problem in this competition right away.
Oh, he's just flooring it.
Yeah, and look at check out table 66. That's Naomi from Canada. Has that full border built in and is making some great moves. We're seeing this, seeing all of these puzzlers make excellent progress here. Even at the tables that the cameras aren't showing right now, I am seeing so many people that have a full border, or they have probably about 20% of the puzzle knocked out, and they are making this look easy, folks. This is not, a lot of puzzlers, the first time you look at it, getting anywhere near 35 is a great time for a lot of puzzlers for a first look. To be able to drill down to get this to be so much faster is wild. And look at Victor's hands, using both his left and right to put pieces in individually, not just to pick it up and rotate it. We can see that right now the judges seem to feel that Sophie and Natalia are kind of neck and neck for looking at second and third place here, but I think Victor is going to have first locked up unless there's somebody in the back that has run this into the ground to make sure. Oh yeah, I think Victor's down to maybe the last 15 or 25 pieces. A little hard to estimate right now, but he might be able to smash that 23 if he stays close. We just crossed the 21-minute and 10-second line.
Yeah, he's flying through. It's wonderful to watch his hands, how they move. And I think that's one of his strengths, that he is able to use both hands individually.
And look how he alternates from the left and the right-hand side, using that little bit of green on the ends of the pieces and a little bit of the reds in order to keep that outline going, and then sandwich in towards the middle to finish up that statue. Really, really clever puzzling.
And that's Williams. He's the one that drove all the way from Latvia. But yeah, it's going to be all Victor at this stage. The others are quite significantly, a bit behind, but they are just going crazy here, watching Sophie and Natalia egging each other on. I don't know if they're even taking a moment to glance left and right. Let's get back to Victor.
Get those last two in, and he hits 22.03. Congratulations, Victor. He's even surprised himself. You'd see his fingers are covered in that blue Ravensburger dust. He is shocked. That is a fantastic time. That is close to a first place pairs time, and he's fanning himself off. Absolutely amazing to be able to hit that. That is a new World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships record for a solo time in competition.
This is incredible. We are absolutely thrilled to see Victor here, and oh wow, we knew he could do it, and he's proved it. Incredible.
And now the race continues for our top 10 finishers. You know, a lot of the puzzlers, their main goal during this round is just get through the preliminary round, get to the semifinals, get to that next round where nobody knows what the puzzle's going to be, to flatten out the field a little bit. And the pressure can certainly be mounting after you hear somebody finish. Look at that. I think that is Jane Richardson from the United Kingdom, making really good progress on that lower part. I think those green dots stick out to a lot of people during the flip because that texture is pretty distinct as you see it early on. But that is a big chunk of the puzzle, and it can be a little ambiguous unless you're good at using the background to be able to lock it in.
And also it connects really nicely to the edge, so it's easy to kind of begin with that area.
Yeah.
From the edge and build towards the middle.
Laura doing a great job here. You can see some puzzlers are using putting pieces in the middle. This is Hannah Doyle from the US. She has that whole outside border built, and she's finishing up those green buildings that are on the lower left hand side and the lower and some of the right hand side that are kind of grayed out. Hannah is one of the fastest puzzlers in the U.S. right now and is doing a fantastic job. I think she's going to make a big splash at Worlds this year, and you can just see how methodical she's being. Hannah does a lot of Twitch streaming, so she is used to having a camera on her or people watching her and walking by and making comments the whole time. So I'm hoping that really helps her tune out a lot of the other distractions that can be going on and stay focused on this puzzle and just crush it.
But it might be quite intimidating for the rest of the puzzlers to hear the clap at 22 minutes. Like, what is going on? Yeah. This is crazy. I mean, we hear that often at 35 minutes, but like some people have just done the border and there's already the first clap. This is insane what's going on.
And also number 35, it's from Denmark, Anne. She's really progressed well, so
yeah.
I think now we're starting to see a little bit more people popping up to the screen, and it will be really interesting to see.
But look how many people have pieces inside the middle, so it does look a bit chaotic, but you can see that there is a bit of a color sort and people are just working through it.
Yeah, I always get nervous whenever there's a lot of pieces floating in the middle. Early on, that's not a huge problem because you're kind of zippering out. But as you get closer to the end game and that field gets tighter and tighter, if you have pieces floating around the middle, that can make it a little difficult for you to discern what has been placed exactly where it needs to go or what still needs to be worked on. So there's this sort of fine line where you oscillate between one end to the other in order to make sure you're getting pieces in. You see Hannah is working her way out of the middle now, trying to clear that field up so she has a clear view going into the end. I think she is caught up to Sophie and Natalia at this point, and she might be able to overtake them coming in at the 26-minute mark.
I'm just watching Sophie. She is moving so fast. Her whole body, her movements, she is... you just see the acceleration, the adrenaline. She is just flying.
Oh yeah, and look at how much that puzzle is shifting around. I think that adrenaline is hitting hard, and she is forcing those pieces to go where they are supposed to, whether they want to go or not. She is making sure that those pieces go in.
And she's somebody who loves sky, so she loves gradient. And as we move towards the middle of the image, it is more of like a gradient, and it's kind of similar to a sky. So she is really good at that type of textureless, solid colors and gradients.
Yeah. Both Sophie and Natalia have done tons of competitions. Again, I apologize, our internet's down, so some of our research on how puzzlers have been doing in different competitions isn't available. But they are doing absolutely amazing. I do know that Hannah Doyle here was second in the U.S. At the Nationals last year. I'm going to step away here for just a second, so that way we can get Victor in, and we can have a quick chat with him. What's that?
He can sit there as well.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Victor. Would you like to have a seat real quick and chat for a second?
So joining us is our new record holder and winner of the individual B, Victor. Tell us, how do you feel?
I don't know. When I saw the puzzle, I had mixed emotions because I was planning to do something different for the first round, and I told everyone that if it's a Hello Vinyl or any of the postcards, I am doing the usual, and I was like, so I guess the game is on.
Victor, can you do me a favor? How blue are your hands right now? Because I think you puzzled so fast that the dust didn't even get out of the box.
So my hands aren't actually that blue. I was expecting much worse, but the table is very blue right now.
And your hands were shaking the whole time, or how?
Yes, the whole time. And the hands that I showed you after I was done, this is not like exaggeration. This was actually me showing you how I was shaking.
How do you manage with that? Because for some people, at least for me, it's difficult when my hands get really shaky. Do you have something that helps?
No. And if I had, I wouldn't shake. But, it was very difficult to flip, first of all.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we're looking at coming in on the next handful of finishers that are going to be really close. Victor, what do you think is, as a competitor, what goes through your mind on something this fast? Whenever you know there's a whole bunch of other world-class puzzlers at the same time?
I think mainly joy, at least for me, because if the puzzle is easy, you have opportunity to, prove your skill or to check if you can do it. For this puzzle, actually, I beat my PB by 1 minute, and I never done this postcards that fast.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so happy to hear that. That's always my favorite thing, is people to hit a personal best in competition. That's huge.
Yeah, and it never happens to me.
Well, it's happened now, and you better get used to it, because I think it'll keep happening.
I hope so.
What do you think of the people that pick the Circle of Colors candies? Because they're doing a really fantastic job here.
I envy them because when I saw the bag, and I knew that I was kind of suspecting that, again, we could have the Circle of Colors and the rectangular puzzle, I thought to myself, okay, I like circles, right? So maybe if I get something nice, I would do the circles, and it would also align with the thing that I want to do. So when I saw the candy, I was like, okay, I'm doing that one. And then I saw the other puzzle and was like, okay, maybe not.
Is New York postcard, we've seen this at the Worlds 2 years ago. Is this something you expected to come out of the bag?
No. I said in my video that I didn't really like the idea of postcards being here, but I think since I got the chance to, to get the record again, not again, but to beat the record, then I think it's all right, Sometimes you have to be a hypocrite.
This is really, really exciting. I think we're going to have our next couple of finishers here, and the judges are going to be running around like crazy. We just had a finish.
Natalia is second.
Was it Natalia? I think Natalia came in second. Sophie's right behind. Congratulations, Natalia. Very, very well done. And that's got to be really thrilling. 30 minutes and 40 some odd seconds. That is an amazing time, even on a rerun.
Here comes Stowe from France.
In Canada.
Katie.
Yeah. man, this is exciting, and I think a lot of other puzzlers are going to start getting rattled as these finishes start rolling in and you hear that applause. I hope that people can block that out and stay focused, but they are doing an excellent job. Getting 30 minutes is amazing on a puzzle, and I know some people have done this a couple of times. They haven't done it like 15, 20. Victor, how many times have you done this puzzle, do you think?
I think less than 10.
That is amazing.
It was Clement from France.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name on
Clement.
that. Oh, fantastic.
These are amazing times. Everyone is just so happy to see these finishes.
And Hannah Doyle finishes in the top 10. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. Victor will let you recover after this round, and I'm sure your friends want to congratulate you. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you so much.
Go bask in excitement.
And the next one.
Here comes Sophie from Denmark. Yes! Oh!
I love seeing the joy of people putting up a really, really fast time and being excited about it. This is going to be a really cool competition to see.
Do we have a top 10 in less than 35 minutes?
Oh, I think there's certainly a chance for it. I think this is these are fast puzzles, and these are amazing puzzlers. Like you can have a really straightforward puzzle, but if the people aren't ready to crush it and have that top speed to knock it out, you're not going to hit it. But we have world-class puzzlers here in Group B of the Solo Jigsaw Puzzle Championships.
And here's Merla from Germany. Coming up to the finish, looking really strong. We also have from Sweden, is it
Fia, I think?
Fia, yes. Oh, I think the finishers are just going to be rolling in now.
Oh, yeah.
And the front runner in the circle puzzle.
In the circle category, is getting into that edge, that sort of that murky, duplicated shenanigans that we were talking about earlier. But she is absolutely crushing this right now. I think she can hit sub 40. And we have another finish here.
Merla
from Germany, congratulations. Rosa, you've done a lot of research on like the history of puzzling and that kind of thing. What can you tell us about what the like top 10 has meant over years, if anything?
Well, I think it's more recent when we kind of have this kind of internet-based rankings, so you have some data, then I think it means more, and we have worldwide rankings also, so I think in the history it's been more like within families people have been competing towards each other, so it's a little bit different kind of background. And then I think in the 80s there was this kind of puzzle Olympic type of more official championships, so but it was more in the US regionally, so I think there they had these rankings, but I think the times now are completely in the next level than in back then.
And a great finish for, I think that's Sophie from Germany, under 35 minutes. Is this Irina? Yeah, I think it's Irina. Is she going to be able to get this under the 35-minute line? There's only two pieces left. Come on, you can do it.
Yes.
Congratulations. Very well done, Irina. I think that might round out our top 10. I've lost a little bit of track, and we're going to try to get the results going here shortly, and we'll update you as soon as we can. But there's some people in the back that are doing absolutely phenomenal. At 165, this is...
Wies van Keulen.
Thank you, from the Netherlands. Doing amazing. We're going to get a crunch of finishers coming up here shortly.
Oh, it's all over the place. We got another one.
176, Charlotte from Germany. And remember, the top 85 finishers move on to the next semifinal round. So even if you're not the absolute fastest, if you finish quickly, you can move on to the next round and then hit that even playing field of an unpublished puzzle. And we have another finish from Sweden, I think, and then
Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech right beside him.
Oh, and Jan from Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with the shades.
And Wies. Oh. We're at 35 minutes. This is incredible. I mean, say what you want if these kind of puzzles belong in the World Championship, but this is how you can get records, and this is what we're seeing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
Oh, another one.
Natalie from Germany.
I wonder if we're going to have a top 50 that is all under 40 minutes. I think there's a good chance of that.
But what are the cutoff times going to be? What if the cutoff time is like 42? Well, no, hang on, no.
Yeah.
Might be really.
Under
And
50
congratulations!
minutes.
I think that's a U.S. puzzler. Didn't catch the table number. Congratulations. Yeah, I think there's going to be controversy going forward about, if you've done the fast puzzles and you've had a lot of practice on it. Does that give you a bigger edge versus people that may not have just had the inventory or the time?
Paloma.
Paloma, congratulations! Oh man, people's hands are going to be hurting from clapping so much.
And the joy of people's faces when they realize that they're getting sub 40 times.
And I believe this is Ednia from Brazil.
Ednia.
Congratulations. And I think that's, is that Michelle? Alyssa? That's one of the U.S. puzzlers. I'm sorry, I don't have the name just in front of me. Oh, it might be Grace. No. I'm sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble getting the table placards lined up. So
But
if we get the
Jenny
names
is doing
wrong,
a great
apology.
job here on the Statue of Liberty. Finishing up here. Look how fast her hands are moving, twisting them, trying to get them into the right place.
Oh yeah.
I think
pushing
this is the point when you start to get extra nervous and you're even more shaky with your hands.
And
So
the
it's just
adrenaline
like-
rush, knowing it's
yeah.
only a few more pieces.
Knowing people are watching as well. I say it all the time, when the cameras are on you, your ability to puzzle goes down by 5% just because that sudden added pressure is right there. Oh, but look, now people are getting into that statue reason and being able to use a little bit of that gradient to close out the outside, box it in a little bit so that way you can finish up the middle is going to be really, really strong way to finish. Oh, this might be like a close to a three-way tie here.
In the bottom left is Stefan from Switzerland.
He's doing amazing.
Getting ready to close it out.
Yes,
And Switzerland takes the spot.
Stefan.
Congratulations. And 164, I think that's Germany.
That's Jenny.
Oh, sorry.
Congrats, Jenny.
Yeah, people in the chat are mentioning, Aaron mentions, I can only imagine the stress the volunteers are having with all of these puzzlers finishing around the same time. Hard to keep track. Absolutely. It's going to be a Herculean effort to try to catch everything in time, in the right order.
Table 10, Rosaline from Belgium. Here comes Anna from Denmark. Yes. So I think after this one, the volunteers will be hoping for slower puzzles.
There's-
Yeah, I think so.
This is Chloe, one of the girls in STEMP, another power U.S. team, doing really fantastic here. You can see that she's down to the last 5 pieces or so. Picks them up, is using both hands. I like the coordination of the nail color polish with the Ravensburger blue, but she gets it in. There's a piece missing. Is she going to hit done? Where is it? You can see sweat falling off of her head, and she gets that in. There's another missing piece. Where is it? Is she going to call time?
Maybe there's 2 missing pieces, I think. There might
Yeah.
be another one.
There it is. So
On
she
the
locks
ball.
it in. Congratulations. Got it done under the 40-minute line. Absolutely amazing. This is a fast puzzle, and getting any puzzle done under 40 minutes is wild.
This is a puzzle sprint, and they look like they have been sprinting.
Yeah. It is not easy to go this fast, folks. They are working hard. Just a moment ago, we saw Antonia finish, and now we have table 140, which I believe is Jane from Germany as well. Oh, congratulations to another fantastic finish. We're at the 40-minute mark, and so I think fatigue is starting to set in for a lot of people. We talk about this around the 35-minute line. It's hard to keep focused that long on the same thing for so long and, maintain high physicality, high accuracy that whole time.
Maria Andrea from Colombia.
With 2 puzzle mascots, keeping them in line and keeping spirits afloat.
Yeah, I always admire people who do speed puzzling with times like upon 2 hours or even longer. It's like a whole marathon, and they still keep up the quick pace as good as they can, and I feel like I couldn't do that. Like when you get closer to an hour, it's really starting to get really intense and heavy.
This is really exciting. There's will we see the whole room complete the puzzle and exit out? Maybe there's a good shot. If a lot of people have done this and seen it before, there's a good way to go. If you've never worked on this puzzle before, it can be pretty tricky because of that duplication of color, because of how that background blends in together a little bit.
And here's Georgia from Portugal.
Congratulations. You can see sweat building up on everybody. There's going to be more and more fans going as we close in on the finishes.
Amazing times here. The room is clearing out and we're at 41 minutes.
42 we're crossing, and another finisher. This is going to be wild. The volunteers are running the cameramen around left and right. I'm just taking a quick video of that because I don't think the camera folks and the volunteers, they deserve all the accolades and shout outs in the world.
That's right.
Congratulations, Maria Andrea. Colombia.
Really well done. So we have our top 5 listed over on the wall there. It looks like we have Victor, Natalia, I think it's Kate from Canada,
Clement, Hannah, and Sophie.
Clemens, Hannah, and Sophie. Really, really fantastic finishes, and that top 6 was all at under 32 minutes and 12 seconds. Truly phenomenal. And if you're still in the field right now, that little cloud of "Am I going to make it to the next round?" might be starting to come over your heads. I am rooting for you. Ignore everything else. Just focus on your puzzle and do your best. We believe in you. There's another person that finished. Hopefully they made it into the next round.
But so far, I think no one has finished the circle of colors yet. I think they all have had the postcard. It's interesting to see when we will see the first finisher for the other puzzle.
Yeah,
So
I could see our blue hair hero still working on that circle from here. I'm not sure what their progress is, but they can do it. Sorry. Yeah, everybody finishing up in that statue area, either on the statue or in the whites of it. It's interesting to see where people store those pieces as they come into the close. Is it above the puzzle? Is it off to the side? I think part of that has to do with where you initially sort the pieces out or where you set them during the flip. A lot of puzzlers like to do that rainbow setup, and I mentioned it earlier in the previous rounds. But if you do that rainbow setup, you could sometimes end up in a situation where if you don't split things evenly, sometimes that extra piece that you're looking for in a certain spot is either in the upper part or to the right rather than where you think it is. And so you could kind of spin your tires looking for that extra one.
Yeah, I think space management is really important, and that's why I always try to keep the pieces on the left and assemble to the right, and really I'm strict with that. I don't want to mess up the system, otherwise I'm losing some pieces. So. But something else might work for someone else. I think it's all about finding the ways that work for you individually.
Yeah, looking around the room, there's a whole bunch of spectators still fanning and cheering people on. The volunteers have their hands up. The camera crew can only move so fast. They are mere mortals. In this field of giants. Finishing up under 45 is another person from the UK. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, a big swig of water, well earned. For those of you listening, please remind your puzzlers, hydrate often, early, and stay hydrated before you need to be hydrated. By the time you're thirsty, it's too late. But there's another finish.
We have the results, top 10 in under 35 minutes.
Oh,
wow.
So that's incredible. And the number 11 is 35 and 20. So
Wow.
right.
So the times that 2 years ago were winning rounds are now only 10th or 11th place.
Yeah.
No, we've really seen such a growth and development in sport in the last year, as you say, especially since we have these online databases and online competitions where people can compare results, not just with what they're doing with themselves, but with people all around the world who are practicing at home, and with all types of competitions. We are getting really deep databases of times and seeing how people are progressing, and there are some puzzles that people do 20 times for speed runs. Speed Puzzle Pals on Instagram will regularly pick a puzzle and say, have you got this puzzle? Do it as many times as you want. Send us your best time by Sunday. And you get these rankings, and people will practice and really push those times down.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Even a few years ago, the idea of rerunning a puzzle seemed bananas to a lot of puzzlers, right? Like, because the idea was, hey, I just did the puzzle. Why would I do it again? What am I going to learn from it? And I think a lot of people have caught on to the idea, and I've coached a lot of people, where rerunning a puzzle helps you work on the physical mechanics of puzzling and a lot of those little techniques that can optimize the way that you do things for all puzzles, not just that one. Yeah, the memorization kicks in, so you get a lot of that, but having that physical boost goes a long way.
Also, I think it's a great way to learn the piece cut, because you repeat it so much, you don't even focus on the image itself. You start to understand the shapes better. That has helped me a lot.
And congratulations to Table 95. I think that's Victoria from the UK, and she is ecstatic, as she should be. I think she might have hit a personal best here in under 48 minutes.
She looks like she can't believe it.
Well, I believe it, and I think she should too. Everybody should believe that. They're doing absolutely wonderfully right now. I think is that Donna Louise?
That is Donna Louise.
Yeah.
She's got a ventilator around her neck.
Hopefully that's cooling her off a little bit.
But she's done great progress. You can see the whole right-hand side with all the coloured section is done. And here we get the results, rounding out the top 10. Top 10th place, 34 minutes, 51 seconds. And of course that incredible time from Victor, 22 minutes, 20.
Yeah, and that's truly impressive. And, Victor said that he's rerun this, less than 10 times, but that's still a lot. And Victor's memory and ability to keep track of what he's done on that puzzle before is really impressive, and being able to get that time is wild, and being able to get in the 30-minute range is wild. That entire top 10 is phenomenal. Truly, truly stacked.
Yeah, I think like a year or two ago, I didn't even believe it would have been possible to do puzzles this fast, that the top puzzlers are able to do them at this point. So it's interesting to see how fast times we will see in the future.
We just saw Zane from Latvia finish up. I think this is Camille from France in Table 85, getting those last two pieces in. Get them in. Do it. Yeah, congratulations. 48. Oh, a little extra one. Just under the 49-minute line. Beat the buzzer. Congratulations. And there's not entirely sure who that is, but they finished. Congratulations. Table 99, I think that's Letizia.
Letizia.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic times here.
You want to look at this? You can go in. I'm just scrolling. I'm not clicking on any of it, so I'm just going like this. Just scroll.
Oh, here we can have a little. We can see a little bit what's the progress with the Circle of Colors puzzle. You can really see that the edge is a challenge to complete. So.
Just doing a little bit of rearranging here. As we cross the 50-minute mark, reintroduce ourselves. I'm Jim Eakins. You might know me as Nerd Puzzle on Instagram. I've done commentary on the Euro Jigsaw Jams.
I'm Michelle Casper, host and organizer of the Euro Jigsaw Jam online competitions, and
I'm Rosa Frauenknecht, and I organize local speed puzzle competitions in Finland, and I'm also an author and writing a book about puzzle culture.
And that's got to be really exciting, especially in this era of modern speed puzzling and how that's just taken the world by storm.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest thing happening in puzzle culture at the moment. It's the most biggest phenomena, and grown a lot within these couple of years. So.
Gaetan from France.
There's somebody saying official petition for the Circle of Puzzlers to advance regardless of their time. there's a huge upswell for Candy Lady to keep going. I really hope that we get that person's name, so that way we could cheer them on here. But they are coming into the close. I could see a judge by them. They might be able to call it shortly here.
And congratulations, Annalise from Belgium, finishing the postcard. And we are hearing cheers around the room, but the cameras cannot keep up with them.
I think at the moment it's difficult to keep track on how many persons have finished.
Yeah, this is really impressive across the board, and the camera folks are doing their absolute best, but these puzzlers are traveling faster than a speeding camera person.
That's Linda has just finished. Yeah, if we look around the room, the first row is completely done. However, we still have some puzzlers in row 2 all the way to the back. So that does make it a bit harder. In previous years, we have had, the participants were more detailed, sorted by speed, and usually it finished row by row by row, and that made it easier that the cameraman stayed in a particular area. But right now it could be a finish in row 2 or it could be a finish in row 7, and that's adding to the complexity of keeping up with the finishes.
And there's our second Circle of Colors participant. They're kind of in a runoff, but they are down to doing just that edge. And I love this technique on circle puzzles of just rotating the entire puzzle to line up where you want things to go. It's really, really slick. And now that they're at that border, they're going to be able to brute force it pretty quickly in order to get it locked in. I am rooting for them. Can they get this done under an hour? Can the Circle of Colors candies be defeated?
Absolutely. Margaret is doing such a great job there, and now it's really just when the shape work comes in, recognizing the shape of the knobs and just matching up.
Oh, there it is! We had somebody get it. Number 68.
Wow!
Table 68.
That is Lynn from Luxembourg. Congratulations,
Well
Lynn.
And also now we have the results for top 20. So the 20th, it's 37 minutes and 5 seconds. So
Wow.
incredible.
Absolutely, congratulations. And I'm hoping before everybody heads out from the dome later on that we're going to be able to have the results of the top 85 that are guaranteed to move on to the next semifinals round. It's going to be tight with how fast this puzzle is and how fast these puzzlers are working on it. But you can see that, is that Hagrid? Margaret? Magit, sorry, apologies. Trying to get this border done on the Circle of Puzzles, Candy's brute forcing it as best as she can. I really like that technique. We have another finisher. Cannot believe that they've done it in under 55 minutes. Congratulations.
Oh, and someone from Finland, Jenny. Well done.
Jenny from the Finnish Puzzle Association.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if we can get one of those Circle of Colors people to come in.
And another one from the UK, Jane.
And a New Zealander coming up to the last two pieces. Come on. At table 51, that is Susan. Congratulations. And shout out to all the folks in New Zealand who are watching. It's the middle of the night over there, so we appreciate all the support for the New Zealanders. And here comes the Circle of Colours. So yeah, at 55 minutes we can see the room is about half full, but here we have number 20. We finally see the number. That's number 20 from the United Kingdom. Oh. That's a wrong table number. Wow.
We will get our Candy Queen to come over here in a minute. But right now at the table, we just wanted to do a quick interview with one of the top 5 finishers. Kate, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Oh, well, I'm Katie. I'm from Canada, and it's my really first time here in Spain for World Jigsaw Championship. So I'm still excited right now. Yeah.
How does it feel to what went through your mind whenever these puzzles came out of the box? Because I know a lot of people were super nervous.
I was super nervous when I opened the bag and I saw it was this postcard. It's just a huge sigh of relief. I didn't even look at the other puzzle. I just knew that it was gonna be this one because I actually did it like the week before. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good with this one.
That's absolutely amazing. So walk us through how you attacked it. Like what was your process for going on this one?
Well, flipping, pulling the edge out, this is what I always do. I try to start with the edge every time unless it's something really like that doesn't make any sense. And then I just kind of know the puzzle. So I'm going by texture, colors, I'm picking and placing. That's pretty much it, yeah.
Well, and it seemed to work out really, really well for you. Was that the fastest you've done this one?
That's a good question. I might have done 29, but I would have to look it up on my speed.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to hit that, and the fact that it was so close to your max speed is wild. What sort of things affected you, or how did you block everything out in order to stay focused?
That's a good question. I don't even know why I did it. I don't know. I don't know. I tried to, I'm very impressed by Victor, and he was like right there. So I was like, I don't look at him. I just stay focused. If there's a camera, I don't look at it. Just try to like do what you do best, and it worked. It just worked.
Well, we're really excited for you. What sort of, what are your thoughts on having the puzzles be previously published in the individual rounds? A lot of people in the chat are saying they really like it. Some people are saying that it's kind of a unfair advantage for some people and not for others. But what do you think about it?
Of course, I think that to be fair. It's so fun when someone finished. Mm-hmm. To be fair, I think it would be better if every puzzle was unreleased. So like this, everybody has like the same chance. But for qualifying rounds, I'm not sure it makes that much of a huge difference because we still have like 85 spots to fill. So if you're comfortable with one or the other, you still have like quite good chances, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of agree that if you have a larger number of people moving on to the next round, it might be a little more reasonable to have that.
Yeah.
But if it was a really small number, then that would heavily favor people that got lucky enough to have done that one recently.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Well, what are you looking forward to most this week? Aside from doing a phenomenal job, which you can just check that one off.
Yeah, I can do that, surprisingly. Honestly, just the first day I've been there, just meeting so many new people, the vibe, it's crazy, it's so fun, it's just so much fun. Just walking around, meeting people, talking, that's just so much fun. And I'm in Spain, so that's fun as well.
So what would be your ideal puzzle to come out in the semi-final? What type of puzzle would you really enjoy and would play to your strengths?
This is really my type of puzzles. I'm comfortable with like landscape, I think. Landscape is a good one. Not too busy. This is definitely my type of puzzle. So I'm kind of worried for the next round, but I don't want to think about it right now. Just enjoy the moment.
And you did fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely know, and we'll let you get back and like hang out with your friends and just bask in the greatness and enjoy Spain for a little, or enjoy the city.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
And now we have the times for the top 30, and it's under 40 minutes. And the number 31 is 40 minutes and 11 seconds, so barely, but still.
These are incredible times.
In that time, it's incredible.
Yeah, we're just coming up to the hour mark and we're seeing a lot of people finish. People are looking so relieved and happy. I think many people will get their personal best for a competition time. And now we are hoping to have a chat with one of the circle finishers. We'll see. And here's another person working on their circle, just got the border to go.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot more of the circle puzzles lately, so those people are starting to finish.
And coming to the desk right now, and I'm hoping that we can get a camera at the commentary booth. We have Claire, our blue-haired candy queen, as you've been named in the chat, to talk about your experience doing the Circle of Colors candies a little bit. So congratulations,
Thank
you
you very
did
much.
absolutely amazing. My very first question is, how does it feel to have finished this puzzle in the field? And are you okay? Because the heat has been wild for everybody.
The heat was a lot. I'm dripping now, but it's amazing to have finished it, and to have finished in under an hour. That's a really good time for me. So I'm over the moon with that.
Fantastic. And why did you pick the circular puzzle?
So I'd done both of the puzzles before. I know I'm not one of the fastest people at the postcard puzzles, and Candies is by far my fastest circle puzzle. So I actually said before we came in, the only way I'd pick a circle puzzle was if it was Candies.
Oh,
so when I saw it, I had to go for it.
So the stars aligned for you in this competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of support in the chat. I mean, we just, it was exciting because everybody picked the postcard. And then at some point we got a glance at you and it was like, okay, we want to support the person. We want to see that person finish. Come on.
Yeah, it was a tough choice when I saw them both. I was like, these are both going to be fast puzzles. And like I say, I'm not the fastest puzzler. I've only got a handful of under an hour. So yeah, I just thought I had to go for it with the Candies. And it's loads of fun.
Can you tell us where you started and how you build this puzzle?
I sorted the edges first, but put them to the side, knowing they'd be the very last thing that I did. And then I started in the middle and worked out the colour definition as you work out. It's quite easy to pick out. And it gives you quite a lot of confidence to start with the middle, building up small sections. You feel like you've done a lot before you're getting to the bigger sorts. So yeah, that's my strategy. The toughest bit was the edge. I felt like I was doing the edge forever.
Did you rotate the puzzle at all?
Yeah, absolutely, constantly rotating it. It's hard one to look at the box and get your orientation. So there was a lot of rotating it to see what was coming next.
Yeah. Well, as the resident candy queen, do you have any words of wisdom for the YouTube crowd or for puzzlers in general that might be interested in puzzling?
I think just go for it, keep practicing. I started off really slow. I've probably gained 40 minutes on my best time in the last 18 months. So just keep practicing, keep trying, watch the videos, get tips from other people, and just keep going.
Will do. There's several people asking in the chat about your dress. Tell us, who are you wearing?
So this is a Hell Bunny dress. Hell Bunny is my absolute favourite. Got quite a selection of them, but this Smiley Faces is one of my absolute favourites.
That's wonderful. Is there any way to spell that? Because I think people want to look it up and be like you at home.
Okay, so Hell Bunny, HELLBUNNY.
Fantastic. Just wanted to double check.
For the advert.
Well, I liked when we had a shot of you after you had assembled that middle part, the way the lollipop sticks radiate out kind of in a sun-like fashion, and it really matched your dress.
I hadn't realised I was so coordinated.
Yeah.
Perfect dress to have worn today.
Yes.
Yeah, my initial thought was that you wanted to puzzle the way that you felt, which was very, very, very bright and colorful.
Definitely fitting. Yeah.
Well, make sure to get a nice photo with your circle candy box. Yeah, so how do you feel about the competition so far? How have you been participating in any other social events?
So this is my first ever Worlds, but I've taken part in a couple of EJJs. I've taken part in several Puzzle Guzzles in the UK and UK Nationals this year. But really excited to be at my first ever Worlds.
Yeah, and we have some stats and things. It's just the Wi-Fi is down a little bit. What are you most looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Oh, loads. I've got pairs and teams coming up. Teams is going to be fun because I only met two of our team when we arrived in Spain and we haven't yet practiced together, so it'll be fun to see how that goes. But pairs is probably where I came in feeling I've got my strongest chance, so I'm absolutely looking forward to that on Thursday.
Well, and we're rooting for you. Michelle, did you have a thing? Rosa?
I just want to say congratulations. You really crushed this puzzle.
Thank you.
And
Really enjoyed it.
wonderful to follow your journey in this competition, and really we were rooting for you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
And we're definitely going to be watching out for you. If you, we'll watch out for your hair and another colourful Hell Bunny dress. Catching our eye, and we wish you the best of luck in the upcoming competitions.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Congrats.
So we're coming up to the 1 hour and 6 mark, and the finishers are just rolling in. And table 170 and another one.
It's not that many people left. Here, the last couple pieces.
Yeah, we're coming up on the hour and 6 minutes 35 seconds, and we had a Chinese competitor finish. Congratulations there. And this is really, really phenomenal how many people are finishing up on these puzzles. I think a lot of the people that are left are people that haven't necessarily done these puzzles before. Taiwan, apologies, is the team from Taiwan. I looked at the flag a little too quickly. I think Austria is getting ready to come into the close. And this is where you have to find that last little gear in order to get it to finish it out, because it's so easy whenever you've seen the room starting to clear out and you're one of the few people left to just sort of droop and be like, okay, I'll try to get a couple pieces in, maybe I won't. No, keep pushing. You're so close. We know you can do it. There's 20 minutes left on the clock. You can finish this out. We believe in you.
Yeah, I have a question. Congratulations, Birgit from Austria, and Unicorn plushie. I have a question about the puzzle culture. What were your observations when you were doing your thesis, as you were writing your book, about how puzzle culture is developing in Finland and Europe and further afield?
I think it's a huge thing right now, and it's growing really fast. I think it all started during the pandemics, when a lot of people were kind of searching what to do at home during the lockdowns. And that kind of, I think many people had kind of forgotten puzzles, and then they rediscovered them. So it's getting hugely more popular, and also speed puzzling is, I think, it also kicked off at the same time. In a way that we haven't seen before, and also for instance these world championships, they didn't exist. Of course in 2019 was the first one, but I don't think that many people knew at the moment that this was happening. So to have this global community is something that it's fairly recent, and I think now we are kind of seeing how the global community is building, and a culture isn't anything without the community. It happens between the interactions between people, and all these kind of things are passed on to the next person, and it shapes. So I think it's a really interesting phase that we are living right now.
And I mean, people always say that it's such a friendly culture. I mean, if you go to other sporting or hobby events, it can be very competitive, but with negative aspects, rivalries. And what do you think are the main reasons why the puzzle culture and the community stays so friendly, despite the ever-increasing high-level performances that we are seeing, just like today?
I think it's mostly because people are competing against themselves. It's not about so much about competing against other people. It's about making your best effort, and that's something unique in a way that I think that helps a lot in keeping this friendly atmosphere.
Somebody in the chat was asking something. I'm gonna kind of summarize a little bit. Is everyone super friendly, or do some puzzlers not get along? Like, what is the likelihood that you can have 1,300 people that all get along without any conflict whatsoever?
Well, I think always there's conflicts. I mean, we are human, and there must be some misunderstandings, but I think there is this kind of general will that people want good things for each others, and maybe a little bit more than within some other communities. And perhaps it's something that specific type of people enjoy puzzling, and we get along then together, that we are some way similar. And also, one reason is that, I mean, my friends and the people that I used to know, I mean, they don't do puzzles. They didn't understand at all what I was talking about and getting excited, and to be able to share that with other puzzlers, I mean, to get excited together, I think that's something special that builds this kind of special connection.
Yeah, and I think there's something that's quite unique about puzzling is because you have the different categories, you have individual pairs and teams. So even if there is somebody that's faster than you, it's actually an advantage because you want that person on your team, or you want to pair up with that person. So it's hard to have rivalries too much. I think you might wish that you can beat that person, but then at the end of the day, you also want to be friends with them and have them on your team.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard some people say that they may not get along with everybody, but they won't root against someone. And I think that's kind of huge. You never wish somebody to not do well. You just hope that you do better.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to kind of put it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can, somebody can be faster with you, but you can still cheer for them. And like today, we just saw, I mean, most of us in the room will never get anywhere near 22 minutes, but we can all be happy when somebody else does. It's a really great communal spirit.
A quick note on the stream right now, you can see on the Spanish commentary, they're testing out that tool that's designed to cut through the tabs. It's a little piece of plastic with a kind of a knob on the end, and the tactic that people have figured out that works is to kind of stab the about a quarter of the way through the tape itself and then drag it, rather than trying to drag from one end of the box to the other. And that seems to get through the tape a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. And I've seen people now practicing after the first round, preparing for this one, how to open the tapes, even that happens before the competition begins, but at least in the prior prelim, some people struggled and they were kind of unable to open up the puzzle within that given time frame. So
yeah, the first time that it was used was last night at the team's 1,500 piece puzzle competition. So each of the national teams did get a chance to try that out, and I do know that there was some false stabs there, trying to figure out the right technique to open the puzzle box in the quickest amount of time. Some teams did struggle, so I think a lot of people came in today with the concern that maybe they would be losing 15 seconds just trying to cut the stickers. So we do appreciate that they have adjusted the rules to allow this 30-second grace period to take the puzzles out of the bag, make the decision, and cut the pieces.
Yeah. We're coming up on an hour and 14 minutes, and you just saw Elizabeth Stanley from Canada getting ready to finish. I think the cheering was for her. And just behind, can't see the table number, but another huge congratulations.
Another finisher.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing the camera folks hopefully catch up to the finishers, but they're going back and trying to catch waves from people that finished a little earlier, so the times may not match up from when you see them, which is exciting. Yeah, one of the things that's kind of interesting about the tabs is that puzzlers found out yesterday about that switch, and there was almost even a petition to either get rid of the tabs or give time, kind of a thing. And I think it's really impressive that the organizers heard that and made a change, rather than drawing a lot of ire. That was a really smart move to make an adjustment. Sort of the best way a bad thing can happen is listening to the culture of the puzzlers that's going on and moving forward. Really, really clever.
Yeah, and just to make a comparison with last year, the puzzles came, at least from what I witnessed as a judge, the puzzles came in boxes on pallets, and the volunteers here had to take the puzzles out of the packing boxes, slice the stickers, and then put them into the bags, which was very time consuming. As there would be one round competing, there would be volunteers out the back slicing the stickers and putting them into the bags. The way that it was this year, we have pallets out the back. They are loaded high. They came already pre-packaged in the bags from Germany. However, the stickers were not cut, and of course putting all of them in the bags, it's a lot easier for the volunteers. They just have to wheel out the the puzzle bags and place one on each table. That saves an immense amount of time. But however, with this extra situation that the stickers weren't cut, that did cause a dilemma.
Yep.
I think it was because it was such a late notice that people hadn't practiced how to open I think if you have time to practice, then it's no problem. Even that way.
Puzzlers are creatures of habit, and they love knowing what the parameters of what they're working on are in advance. That goes a long, long way. And you can see that we've had a bunch of finishers. We had a individual from Portugal, I think it was Olavo, that finished. Now we have somebody from Denmark and a Brazilian getting ready to wrap up here at the hour 16 and about 12 seconds.
Karen Sabo, congratulations.
Really, really well done. And this is truly exciting. There are so many people that are still standing around in the stands supporting these puzzlers, finishing up. We have about 13 minutes and 30 seconds left before the end of the round. I desperately want everybody to finish out and have us clear the room. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but I want it. I believe that it will happen while we are here at the 2025 World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships.
And they still have plenty of time, so it's possible.
Oh yeah. See, and I like this individual 104. Just saw it a second ago. Caitlin from the USA. She actually built the statue first and then did the outsides. And there's number 90 finishing up. Congratulations at an hour 17 and 2 seconds. Another fantastic finisher.
And he was the one at the beginning who was singing along and just enjoying it. Oh, love seeing the expressions of relief.
Yeah.
Rosa, I'd like to ask you, since you just puzzled in the first round, how was it for you? Did I already ask you that about how it came out of the bag and how you decided?
Well, I took the round one, and afterwards I thought maybe I shouldn't because of the space management issue. It's not that big of a space for that puzzle, and it has a little bit bigger pieces. But I'm really happy with my time and placement, so nothing to complain, but maybe I should have taken the other puzzle, which I also had done, and this one was my first attempt, so...
Okay.
Yeah, but I was happy. Nothing too bad, so to say.
Had you considered that circular puzzles might come up in preliminary rounds?
No, I hadn't. Yeah.
A lot of people wrote circles off. I encouraged a lot of people with, again, very clear, I have no idea what the puzzles are ahead of time. I don't know. But it never hurts to just try a couple to keep it in your system just in case some shenanigans come up.
That's true, and I did some round ones just in case, but I didn't expect it to actually happen. But I don't mind the round ones. I feel like it's something that I understand pretty well with the shapes.
And a fantastic finish from Mexico there. Are we getting a puzzle? Are we getting a puzzle pickup? Is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Very, very well done.
Yeah, but I think what's something different is the heat, which I haven't experienced in a competition setup. So I think that affects, at least for me. And it's interesting to see how people are coping with and all the systems, like the little neck fans or whatever they have, kind of invented to help them get through the competition. It's something like an added element you have to think about.
If anybody wants a good business idea, they can set up a truck outside and sell boxes of neck fans and all types of portable fanning devices. They would make a killing.
Or make friends with folks from the Netherlands who have these fantastic fans and see if they will donate one to you.
Oh, I need to go because I'm using my puzzle tray. Yeah, so I need one.
All types of fanning and fanning devices here.
Yeah.
Or in the organization competition, we saw other teams fanning each other. And so maybe you make a buddy that their whole thing is to just stand to the side and fan you down for a little while.
I really appreciated that. I was puzzling with Team New Zealand, and it was hot. It was sweltering, and then there would just be this rush of wind coming from some passerbyers, and it really, really helped. And at the very end, when we have 10 puzzlers on a team, but you don't want to have 10 or 20 hands in the way. some people just stood back and used their puzzle boards, the trays, as fanning devices. So
Yeah, I think that's one lovely example how nice the puzzle community is. Like, you don't have to do that for someone, but you still do it.
yeah, and I saw that as teams finished, they turned around and they started cooling off their neighbors. So I think people here really do care about each other, and they understand that this is a really unusual situation. We're all trying to make the best out of it. But yeah, fan your neighbor.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a brief second there, we saw the top 64 finishers all just around the 52, all under the 52-minute line or so. So I think the top 85 are all going to be under an hour for guaranteed moving on to the semifinals round after this. But everybody that's still going, the goal for a lot of them is just finishing within the time limit. I think this person's going to be able to do it. It's cutting it close. Or just doing the best that they can. Maybe they'll get a new record for how many pieces they can get in. And that's one of the things that I love about this sport. Like you were saying earlier, it's you against the clock and against the puzzle. So you doing your best is the thing that matters.
Blaz from Slovenia.
Well done.
Getting a big cheer from the crowd.
Congratulations. An hour 21:40. A lot of the top puzzlers make this look easy. It's not. And these puzzlers are showing that you can fight through it and still do a fantastic job.
And many people in the room today are not actually speed puzzlers that are training consistently. They're often partners, family members that are just helping out and are here and are just like, well, while I'm here, I'll also participate. And it's just really exciting for their families and friends to see them finish the puzzle.
And also, I mean, my mom was here last year just helping out when I was competing, but the atmosphere is so catchy. Like, this year she wanted to compete, so she said last year, next year I'm coming and I will be doing
that's
the puzzle.
amazing.
And now she's doing that just for the experience, and that's wonderful.
Have we caught a sight of her? Has she
I think
finished?
she's still going somewhere, but I haven't seen. I'm trying to. Yeah, there she is still going.
Okay.
Yeah, but she said that she probably doesn't finish the puzzle, but it's more fun for others to beat, more people. So someone has to be the last one, and she said she's happy to do that. But I believe she has a chance to finish this puzzle.
Oh, there's another Circle of Colors candy. Are they going to be able to get this in under the hour and 24 mark? I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to do it. There's rotating the puzzle. I love being able to see that. This is
Elisa from Guatemala, and she is the only participant at the World Championship from Guatemala. So I'm sure all the family and friends back home are really excited to see her finish. Waving the flag for Guatemala.
Rotate
Come
the puzzle,
on,
get it
Elisa.
in. You can do it. We believe in you. There's Caitlin basking in the glory of finishing, and I'm pretty sure Elisa is going to be able to wrap up here very shortly. Can she get it under an hour 24?
Oh,
Here we go.
A little bit of a misfit adjustment. Hopefully those next couple pieces go in. Brute forcing it as best she can. There's only 2 pieces remaining. Get it in. And there it is.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Woo!
An hour 23 and about 35. We'll wait for the official thing. Now, because she's the only participant from Guatemala, there's a good chance that she might make it into the next round based on
this playoff rule.
Yeah.
That's true.
With this playoff rule, and that would be really exciting because one of the goals is to have as many different countries participate as possible. A lot of people traveled a long way, so it's really cool that they're able to do that.
Yeah, a very emotional moment for her.
Yeah, absolute congratulations to Elisa. That's really exciting. And I think
It's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how the new rule will affect and who will advance. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, and we have an individual from Thailand coming in on the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 10, 13 pieces or so if the box isn't blocking the other pieces.
Yeah, from what I understand, we only have 2 participants from Thailand, so really great that Pecharat is here representing, and she's going to finish. Really exciting for her. And here comes another one from the US, 104. That's Caitlin.
Caitlin doing a really good job, has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces remaining. It's all in that white gradient. And I will say, as the sunlight goes down, the lighting in the dome is changing. And so we have these red lights that are starting to come on, and that can alter what the puzzle looks like a little bit. And we have a person from Japan that just finished. Congratulations.
Ria Kato. Goria Kato.
Finished under the deadline, and Caitlin finishes under 26 minutes. Congratulations to Caitlin. We have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining before the end of the round. We have another person getting ready to do the doing the edge on the circle of colors. Can they brute force this fast enough to get it done? I really hope so. Got to get that second gear of physicality going, and they might be able to pull it off.
It's a wise strategy to go one by one, try systematically through every single.
Yeah, when there's that much
Thanks,
duplication, you either have to start like pulling the knobs that have that white line in and doing those first pretty quickly, and I think that's kind of what she's going for here. Yeah, and then can get the rest.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have about 20 puzzlers still going. If you haven't seen your family or friend member, they could still be puzzling, or it might be that they just happened so fast and that they weren't even featured on camera. But it looks, this is going to be one of the most successful rounds for sure. I mean, definitely in some other rounds, there are significantly more puzzlers still who don't finish the puzzle.
Yeah, Rachel B in the chat is saying, I think 4 minutes to do a hard border is enough. I believe in you. I agree wholeheartedly, Rachel.
And Thailand!
Well done.
Congratulations. Just take that minute to take a deep breath and, soak in the fantastic fact that you just did a 500-piece puzzle in under an hour and a half. That is a big achievement.
Yes, and I think in a competition setup it's even bigger achievement because of the nerves and adrenaline and everything. So it's really, everyone is doing incredible work.
So that looks like someone from Lithuania, 100. That would be Rokas. Only got the white sections left to go. These very light pastel colors, so filling in the gaps either side of the statue.
Yeah, and that can be a little tricky, but you see how he has most of those pieces above where the puzzle is. As long as they're in the same area, he's going to be able to be pretty consistent on grabbing the things that he wants out of there and sorting it out. I think he's trying to finish up those oranges and reds, and the heat is definitely getting to everybody at this point because you can see that fatigue setting in pretty quickly. I think that's
my mom. Go, go, go,
Maya!
So close.
Oh, come on! Can she finish that white part in the next 2 minutes? So she had the statue done.
Yeah.
I think it was just the white parts left. Go, Maya!
Yeah, we have about 2 minutes remaining, and it's a lot of puzzlers. They can get about 10 pieces in a minute. So if you're 20 pieces away, now is your time to hit the pedal to the metal and get these pieces in. We're excited. Even if you're not super close, get as many pieces as you can in. Try to get close to your top record. We are rooting for you.
And Veronica, she's coming in closer. I'm not sure. I think it's too many pieces to manage in the next 90 seconds.
But they are going to be able to get just a handful more in, and that's what matters, is getting as many done as you can, and they're doing a solid job of that, trying to get those bright oranges locked in. You can see this is a case where they lock the box a little bit, and it makes it hard to maneuver around. Oh, but Mama's getting ready to go. She has 1, 2, 3. There's 4 pieces remaining. Can she get it under 29?
Yes. Oh.
There's 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, come on.
Get the 1. 5 seconds. Can she? She does it.
Yes!
Under 29 minutes.
With 1 minute to spare. Wow. Oh.
Thank you.
So the Dutchies heard the call, and now Rosa has a real fan, not just a puzzle board.
We heard you on the live stream.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a puzzling miracle.
I love it. Thank you so much.
And congrats to Rosa's mom.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you got to be here to cheer her on for
And
that.
is that her first time with this puzzle?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think she has done the London one, but not this one.
We have about 20 seconds remaining
come
here.
on.
So close.
It's so hard when the pieces all look the same.
Yeah, that edge is a little bit scary. To be honest, I wouldn't like to be fighting with that one, but she's doing great.
Oh, she's so close.
Keeps going, yeah.
Oh,
Congratulations to all our puzzlers. That's one of my favorite parts, is at the end, everybody here is cheering and
from
rooting.
Italy, Maurizio, so close, less than 10 pieces. But regardless, we're happy for everybody. We hope they achieve their goals and making their best effort at the World Championship, regardless of their ability.
It's really exciting. Well, we just want to say we're going to be here for round C coming up shortly, so get excited for that. But I'm Jim Eakins. You might know me as Nerd Puzzle on Instagram. Feel free to follow me, and where I'm going to talk more puzzling going forward. And next to me is...
I'm Michelle Casper on Instagram, speedpuzzle.eu.
And I'm Rosa Frauenknecht, Puzzle Talk by Rosa on Instagram.
And we're excited to be here and talk about puzzling and just have this huge community of people that are excited to do a nerdy thing together and keep growing all the time. I'm so happy to have it. I know that once Rosa, I hope you keep us informed about when that book comes out. Michelle, I'm really glad that you're doing all those competitions, and we will see you on the next one.
And thank you so much for everyone in the chat. We really appreciate all your comments.